Hi everybody, it's Retro Dee, and this is the Sassy Divas makeup collab for August. Sassy Divas is a makeup collab where we, the Sassy Divas, do a look based on a theme each month. This month's theme is my favorite makeup look of all, 1950s Glam, so it's no coincidence that I am the one who suggested it. I will be going off camera doing my makeup, and when I come back I'll show you my look as well as give you some tips on how to create the look and the products used to achieve it. So stay tuned. Hey, I'm back. Here's my look. What do you think? Let's see it in the different ring light. This is neutral. This is warm. Cool. Back to neutral, and no ring light. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about 1950s Glam, which is, of course, my favorite aesthetic. Okay, so since the 1950s is my signature aesthetic, or my favorite aesthetic, I'm going to explain a little bit more about what I did. Now, the 1950s makeup is focused primarily on the eyebrows, the eyeliner, and a big, bold red lip. So, if you want to get that look, you have to pencil in your eyebrows and make an arch, drawing it upward this way. It took me a very long time to figure that out, because one time when I was young, somebody told me I had thick eyebrows, and ever since I have not wanted to touch an eyebrow crayon. But years later, I couldn't figure out why I couldn't get the signature 1950s glam look, like, you know, Elizabeth Taylor with the really thick eyebrows. It's because I wouldn't fill my eyebrows in. It was because I had it in my head that my eyebrows were too thick. Well, to get this look, you have to draw in some eyebrow and make that arch. That arch is everything for the 1950s eyebrows. The eyeliner is, of course, the classic wing. Everyone knows that you make the thick wing and it has to kind of tick upward a little bit. They're very big on eyeliner. The eyeshadow in the 1950s was not bold. It was kind of in the background. A lot of pastel and neutral colors. Pinks. I went with a very light purple. They went with some neutral colors. So they did not use shimmers. They did not have glitter. So don't even put glitter. If you want to do something 1950s, do yourself a favor and don't even think about any kind of glitter. So then, of course, they also used for eyeshadow, pastels were also good too. But for a more glam look, I picked just a sort of a, you know, purple, like a dusty purple. Okay. They did have a pearly finish on some of their eyeshadows, but absolutely no shimmers as we know them today, and of course no glitter. Then, of course, the bright red lips, the big, bold, bright red lips, this was the iconic look, and this is what, you know, you would get with Marilyn Monroe, Elizabeth Taylor, Audrey Hepburn even, and so it's the classic 50s glam with the big, bold red lips. My cheeks look very red right now. It is hot. It is muggy. It is summer in New England. But, so my cheeks look redder than they actually should be for this look. I wouldn't put on a lot of blush if you want to do an authentic 1950s makeup look. Go with pink. Always pink. They didn't have coral, they didn't have purpley, they didn't have orangey or terracotta. Pink. Right now I'm looking at the camera. My cheeks are red. It is blazing hot. It is muggy. That is the only reason why my skin is so red right now. But please, if you're going for a classic 1950s look, a nice pink. Okay, so I'm going to go full screen and show you exactly what I used to create this look, so you can see what products I used. So I'm going to turn full screen and we'll go have a look. First, as usual, for under eye cover-up, I use Peeper Perfect by Winky Lux. And then I also used, as usual, Diet Peach by Jeffree Star. For all over, I use L'Oreal True Match Powder in Warm 2. Now, as I said before, the eyebrows are extremely important in 1950s makeup. You want to make a nice, thick, arched, expressive brow. And I use Easy Brow. And then you have one end with the brow color crayon, and then you have the other side with the spoolie. Then to set the brows, I use Super Lock Maybelline brow glue because you want to keep them in that arched shape. For the eyeshadow, I did use Natasha Denona Retro Glam palette. However, I only used 2 simple shades. Now, I want to remind you that in the 1950s, they did not use shimmers, they did not use glitters. Some of the eyeshadow could be pearly, but it was very subtle. So in this case, I used Holly all over the lid, and it's a nice, light, basic pink. And then to deepen it up a little bit, I used Belle, which is the shade right here. Now, the rest of these colors, if you were going to do a 1950s look, I would suggest the matte Sage or the matte Fringe or the matte, this matte, or any of the mattes. The mattes should always be very simple, basic. You could use pastels, you could use just kind of nothing bright, and certainly do not use glitters. Not for a 1950s look. Even for glam, they just didn't use it. So that's this palette. To make the signature cat eye wing, I use a kohl eyeliner contour by Jillian Dempsey, and that looks like this. It's a pencil with a highly concentrated black, and then there's a smudge. You don't want to smudge it too much. You don't want to make a smoky eye. You want to make as defined of a wing as possible. That's not really easy, even for me, with all the practice, but that's what you want to do. You don't want to blend it. So you just want to make a nice defined wing, and not too thick. You just want to make a nice sultry kind of look. And then for the mascara, I used Lancome Idole as usual, and you want to use a lot of mascara for the retro 1950s look because the eyes, the eyeliner and the mascara are more pronounced than the shadow is. For the lips, you can line the lips. I like to use the Smashbox Be Legendary in medium pink rose, but of course for the lipstick, of course I used a 1950s red. Now I have a lot of reds, and I have liquid reds too, but I did not use liquid lipstick because they did not have liquid lipstick. So I used a regular lipstick. This is actually Revlon, and it is called Certainly Red, and it came out in the 1950s. I'll put what year on the screen because right now I don't remember the exact year, but this color actually did come out in the 1950s. It looks much darker in the tube, but let me swatch it. See what it looks like swatched. It is Certainly Red, like it says. And that is just a very classic Revlon red lipstick. The cheeks for the 1950s, you want one color and one color only, and that's pink. They didn't have a lot of different colors. So out of my stash, I chose in Stain, in, it's called Argyle. And here, like you can see, it is a very basic pinky pink. It's lighter than it looks on the palette in the thing. It comes out lighter, so you can. So that is what I used for this look, 1950s glam. Okay, now let's talk about the Sassy Divas Giveback. The Sassy Divas Giveback is a giveaway that we do once a month to thank you for watching our collab. Each month there is a secret hostess assigned, and then the following month that secret hostess will reveal herself and she will draw the winner of her prize. And guess what? I was the secret hostess for July, so I'm going to draw the winner. Let's go. Here we go. Oops, I can't fit the arrow. Here we go. There is Isabel. Congratulations. Okay, so congratulations. All you need to do now is email me at wrtdchannel82@gmail.com and let me know that you're the winner of the Sassy Divas Giveback for July, and I will send you your prize wherever you want me to send it within the United States. You do have to have a United States address. You have to contact me within about 10 days, I would say, and then I will send your prize out to you. I have to read the disclaimer that you have to be 18 years or older. This giveaway is in no way affiliated with YouTube or any other companies. The hostess, that's me, will not be responsible for lost, stolen, or broken packages. I will also not be responsible for any adverse reactions to any of the items in the packages or anything having to do with what you receive. Okay, the giveback holds no cash value. It is not exchangeable. And that's about it. So congratulations to our winner of the Sassy Divas Giveback for this month. Well, that's about it for this month, and I hope you enjoyed the 1950s glam theme. I sure enjoy it. Be sure to, and of course, be sure to join the Sassy Divas again next month for another exciting theme, and I'll see you then. Bye.